So welcome back to my second class for Jira. I guess I can hide this. It should be good. Okay, good. Yeah. Now we'll go back. We'll try to open that thing again. My Hangouts don't want to sign in every time. I don't know why. These guys, that application was good. These guys made it all plug in and screwed up everything. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our old thing. In this second class, we will try to create an user story. Remember, I told you how to. So this would probably this will be a small class, most probably. But before creating an user story or requirement. So in waterfall methodology you call as requirement. In agile you call as user story. Okay, that's the only difference. Okay, before doing that, you want to create project. Which project are you creating user story, right? That's the question. So you cannot create a requirement or user story just like that. Which project are you working on is the question. Okay, so probably you want to go to this project thing. I know which project because I know I have created two projects. So when you're working in the real time, you want to know which project which you're working on. There's a lot of projects here, but yes, of course, in the real time do you have a lot of projects here. But we'll go here. This I'm assuming this is agile. This is sorry. This is waterfall. This is agile. Let's find out. Okay. Since it's easy here, recently viewed. Otherwise, I know this which project. I go ahead and click on projects, and I have a lot of projects here. I know who but you will not be the lead. Normally, you will not be the lead of the project. The project lead is Scrum Master. Okay, because our project manager. Okay. Not even QA lead, not even dev lead, no. The lead will be steward of this project will be Scrum Master or project manager. Alright, let's try to create project. Cannot create project. Next generation project, not sure on that. Or we can do on Kanban. So we don't want to do this. Do you really want me to do this? Oh, guess what? Probably we want to do this. And the key, I'll just put it as CW. We can put it as private, open. I'll put open. And you have this template. You can change this template. You want as a Kanban or you want as a Scrum. So I didn't explain all this, right? So you need to get some idea on this Scrum on your Kanban. So there should be one more is waterfall, but okay. Probably we'll select. I'm not sure. We'll just go to Scrum and probably Scrum is good. I know how to. I know Scrum. I worked on Scrum. If you know Scrum, Kanban is similar. Scrum has too many meetings. So, okay. So we have created. Let's try to create this. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't want it to create a project, but let's see. So, but this is how your project got created. Great. Unfortunately this project got created through, can I change this icon for this project? Not sure. Alright, I'm supposed to change this icon. Previously it used to have this option. So okay, we are in Scrum. Scrum has sprints. Okay, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, so on. Alright, now you can go to project settings and see here you can do something here. not sure. Did I do something wrong by choosing this? Okay, category, don't have this option. People, you can add people. No, you cannot. No, no. Add people. You have this option because I am the administrator, but I cannot add people to here. So we have no license for this, so we don't add people anymore. So. Okay, so this is how you can create projects. Now, if I'm not sure what to do next, I'll just go ahead back at dashboard. Alright, and go ahead and see this projects. Click on this project, and where is my project? My project. Ah, here you go, my project. Udemy. But guess what? I'll not be working on that. Let's take this project. IT America testing team. You know what? Oops, not this. Because so what we'll do here is this one. We'll do this one. Okay. Both is in the sprint. So I can change the project here to that. How interesting that this should be good. Okay. Now I'm taking this as a project. You know what? Let's can I view this project? I wanted to change something. Okay, never mind. So here, if I have this project, let's go to here, and how did I change that is the question. Okay. So once you go into this project, I wanted to change some information about this project, but since I was the administrator for this, but oh no, actually somebody else took this administrator. That is the reason I'm not able to change this project. Somebody else actually took this admin. See here? Okay, so that's the issue out there. But if I am admin, let's say if I'm admin of the project, this is I'm admin of the project, right? Here. Let's go to pages. Okay, never mind. So we'll just take any projects. Doesn't matter for any project here at this time. So we'll go to here. This has so many. Oh, you know what? We'll just give this as. I'm sorry. You have to search for project. I'm very surprised to see that these guys have this old project still. Okay, so this is an old project. Okay, so let's talk about this first, the old project, and we'll go into this. Why I'm calling this old project? Because you don't find any sprints here. See this? There is no sprint, and there is no there is no backlogs and no nothing here. Okay, we'll just go back here. So here we have lot of issues. Okay, so what we want to create is we have this lot of issues. Okay, so we'll just create, you know what, maybe we'll go to back to our, this should be good. I created this Scrum, but we'll just go back here and see here. This should be good. So you can skip this. This is really not the one. Actually, all these things doesn't matter. Wherever you are, whatever you're working on. This is just to view around. This is just, you can view it here. You can add it. There was plus icon. This is pages. We don't want pages at this time. Backlog, you can add backlog here, this backlog, and you can create your own. So that is not the point here. Okay, now since you have already created a project, or it doesn't matter, you take any of the projects, technically it doesn't matter at this point of time, because we are not worrying about the project. We just wanted a project, because let's say I'm doing this for Udemy, right? So this was the reason I have created an Udemy. If it is for any other project, it should be in another project. So it doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything right here actually. What I'm trying to do is here I'm trying to create an feature. Okay. Now whatever you are doing, are you a tester, are you a developer, are you a architect, are you Scrum Master, whoever you are, whatever you are, you want to do this and select appropriate option. Now my project, I know what projects, see here, so many don't care about. So you are creating issue here. How interesting. Now since I selected, remember I selected Scrum there, right? Not Kanban. So unfortunately you got this story. So this is more of a agile process. So it doesn't matter. I'm not worrying about this at this point of time. We will be creating a user story. That means a requirement. So what's the user story? It's a requirement. So as I told you, right, if you have seen the previous class, user story is actually the requirements in waterfall methodology. Okay, good. Now you want to create what? Create an requirement. Let's say if you are a business analyst, I missed that URL actually. Demo.gymonline. Okay. Now let's say this is my requirements. So I'm telling my developers and testers and architects and all of the people, so that this is what we are creating, a new page or new application, web application, and this is how it should look like. This should contain 3 buttons. It should have this 3 buttons, 3 different options, and all the stuff. So now in this class we are all talking about as a product owner, that's the business analyst. At this time terminology might be probably confusing for you. You'll get used to it. So this is the requirement what I'm trying to create. Alright, GMO online, so that means Green Mountain Outpost. Good. I cannot select this. Okay, so this is the image. So business analyst or product owner has to keep in mind all those things. No, they don't. Actually, they don't care. So, because they don't care, the reason because there is a tester who handles any defects should be resolved. So, okay. So this is my requirement. So I'm creating an issue called story. Summary would be, GMO online. So what I'm trying to do is GMO online, and we're trying to description. Now, not always you would get friendly business analyst, but if you do, then you're a lucky guy. Okay, so what I will do is description. There are a lot of description. They'll have some. We want to create a application, web application, client application of GMO online. So I'm just writing as for your understanding, but it doesn't have to be this way. You can create your own, it's up to you. So we are creating a web application, GMO online. Please view this screenshot for more information. And URL, if they know the URL, they will do the URL, but at this point of time I don't think the URL will be ready, but they will be just having some idea there. Okay, and please use the screenshot for more information. If they add testers, that's good. It has to be, a lot of testing has to be performed, so it has to be um, tested. Sorry, it has to be tested with I don't know, smoke testing. They don't even know all this, they don't care about it. It has to be tested, and it, for us, we know that it has to be smoke testing, sanity testing, and we go to regression testing. All has to be testing, has to be done. So they'll just put it has to be tested, that's all. Oh, and the screenshot. Okay, great. I'll just take this screenshot here and go here, and I'll use this. Oh, that's too bad. This thing will show up here. Okay. Oh, it's supposed to be so small like this. I normally put here, but somehow. Okay. Great. The screenshot worked well for me, and I'll not use the complete, so I'll be using whatever is required for me. So I'll be using this, and let's put this new and save this. And if you're lucky if you have this kind of friendly product owner, but normally you don't have it. So GMO. User story and save it on 7 desktop, and let's see here, go back to here, and attachment, what goes this, upload, go my desktop, where is it, here we go, and insert one file. Actually I wanted to insert here inside it, but I don't think it happened that way, but yeah, it got somewhere. But you can, you can have that one there. So it's supposed to get it here because I'm trying to attach it here, or you can put smileys too. They're making this as a Facebook. Wow, I don't know, these guys are it's too, it's getting too exaggerated on emotions. They want this thing so linked blog. If you now this is not, you don't worry about this. If you're blocked, then you want to block it, but this is not let's use this. If it is relates, then you can put as related, and which issue, if you know the issue, you can relate the issue. If it is a completely new, maybe you can ignore it, just ignore it, because this is a new user story, has nothing related to anything. And assign, who is now user story should be assigned to whom. First user story, once it is created, it should be assigned to the particular architect guy or the developer, and whoever is responsible will be, then they will be working on. So for now I'll assign myself because I'm working on it. So labels, of course you want to give this labels, GMO, then GMO online. Okay, one label should be good. And if you know this print, you can add this print, Udemy sprint 1 story estimate. So how much time will it take to this? I don't know, this is too long. You have this lot of work here, so we will take it as, but since we are not worrying about second page, we are only designing as first page, I'll take it as 10. 10 means here I'm taking as 10 hours, okay, not 10 days. But I think this thing takes as a days or something, but for now we'll just create as issue. that we, let's try to see this how this thing works. Okay, so I have created successfully an issue here. See here, sprint 1. Now let's find out. So here you can see here, I have this plugin of Sentry issues, Sentry and hit test. Don't worry about it. Okay, you can create issues from here too. So all the issues, if you are creating defects, all the defects should be linked to this. This is our features, any features to get. So just do not worry about it. Okay, and I will go ahead, since now I have just created an issue, right? If this goes to 10, 10 means it should take us 10 hours. Okay, how much time will it take to finish this user story? Okay, now we didn't write any test cases at this point of time. We've nothing done, but we will just if you are a Scrum Master, you go ahead and click on Start Sprint. Alright, so here now, no, I don't want to do that because that's not the job of a business analyst. Business analyst job ends, that's where the business analyst job ends. Okay, now we'll just try to find out where is our user story in the board. We have to have supposed to have board. There's no here. Too bad. Okay, but here you have it. If you want to elaborate it, supposed to be this thing should get elaborated. Expand. You don't have expand. Okay, now mind. So here, since I have assigned it, I have assigned. So yeah, even business analyst can assign it. Sorry. Business analyst can assign it, and you can create multiple. Similarly, you can create multiple user stories, GM Online, and let's create one more user story. I'll just go ahead and click here. Now this time I'm creating online catalog user story, and this will be my screenshot. So testing should be done. For now, actually development, first development, then testing. But right now we are actually worrying about creating this. So is my GMO user story 2. I'll just put it as 2 so that it's easy for me. So okay, online catalog, and I'll close this. It's online catalog, right? Yeah. Okay. Description of online catalog for GMO Online has to be developed and tested. Okay, now in browse, browse. Let me just upload this. Where is it? Okay, this is fine. And insert one file should be here actually. Now this is a good question here. Now linked blocks. Now this thing is blocked by which? By GM Online. The reason why it is blocks, because if this page is not developed, you cannot go to this page. Make sense? Because this page, this button is in this page, and that's the reason I put as blocked. But you don't have to be. You can remove this block, and it's nothing to do with that. If there are different teams who are developing, then this will be a no more a question. Okay, so this will not be an issue, big issue. So I'll again assign to myself label GMO sprint. So let's see, sprint. How interesting. We don't have the sprint too, so I'll just leave that thing. We'll take this as also 10 for now and create. Okay, so if you see here, there are two user stories, GMO Online and online catalog page. Okay, and we can no, that's all. That's the job of business analysts. They keep, or product owner, they keep developing these pages. And, you know, they can create catalog. They can create for this page 3% dome. This is a different page. It's the same page, but the way it's navigating is different. So they can go, you know, business analyst can create another page for this place and order and proceed with order. So these are the different page which has to be developed. So I'm not going all of them, just I've created two for your understanding. You can go ahead and create as many you want. Okay, now that's the end of business analyst job or product owner job. Okay, not the end, they have to coordinate. Okay, they have to coordinate with the scrum master, they have to coordinate with the developers, they have to coordinate with the testers. A lot of work is there. Coordination is the major thing which you have to work. Okay, let's go back to scrum master. Let's say I'm a scrum master, and since two of my okay, so this is backlog because you cannot start this because this is blocked, you know. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and start this sprint. You know, sprint durations 2 weeks because 10 days, you know. End date, it's automatically put the end date for you. If it is 3 weeks, then you know the end date is on, or you can put a custom. See, all these things when they are not there when I was using this Jira and 2 years back. Suddenly I'm using this Jira after 2 years. This thing is like completely new to me. Okay, okay, so let's go to this 2 weeks thing, and see automatically it gets updated. Sprint goal should be completed. No, it should be completed in 2 weeks, and go ahead and click on start. So that's good. So if you go to the board, this, you know, this user story has already been started. Okay, that's good. But if you go to backlog, one is pending. See here, this is the backlog. I can do this, I can move this here just like that. This will be affecting the sprint. Oh yeah, of course. So I can move this just like that, but I will not do this. You know, we will not because this is a user story. We are not doing this as a tester point of view. So I will not do anything such kind of thing. Okay, so but you can do this, but in real time you don't want to do that. We'll go here actually. Oh, and one more thing here, what you do here, once you click on this GMO Online, you know, guess what, you know, I can create sprint for this too. Can I? So I'll put this in here. Now this makes sense. So now I don't have any backlogs, so that's good. This makes more sense for me. You have a sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5, so on and so forth. Okay, I'm not worried about that one at this time. So okay, here I click on this GMO Online. I can change the status. Now business analyst will be on fire, right? Remember, this has to move on. There is a business requirement product owner will be in fire saying that okay, this has to be moved, this should be worked on. Okay, and if this is not moving, then that guy is in trouble. So what they'll do in progress, and of course someone will assign to it, some developer or some guy who is responsible will be attack will be um, working on it. So they will put it in progress. So this is blocked, is showing as blocked by, because you can remove that block by option. Okay, the reason I put, because you cannot go to this second page if you don't have this page, right? Because this page is linked with this page, that's the reason I put this block by. But this, you don't have to be, it can be an individual project or individual sprint with different team can be working on, so no big deal. Okay, now what you'll do here is, so once the Scrum Master issued this, right? You know what? Let's create one more. So business analyst, right? Keep creating these user stories. I don't know why I can create all these. There's something wrong with this, but let's try to figure it out later. But so this is okay. I'm allowed to create only the user story. That's fine. But if I click here, okay, so I should do Zoom online and how interesting. So let's put testing, great. So I get this. So this is a problem. So we'll just delete this. Okay. So here we are only allowed to create as a user story. So far we have just created user stories, right? So we are creating this user story. Okay, so we have created 2 user stories, right? That's good. One is in sprint 1 and another is sprint 2. Okay, that's good. Now what we have to do is we assign developer. That's good. Now we have this option of comment. If you are interested, you can comment please make sure this user story is completed in 2 weeks, as it is high priority from business. Click on save. So you can create here, you can be happy on this, you can be sad on this. Wow, can't believe this. It's complete Facebook in Jira. Okay, you can label as GMO. So here we have successfully created it. Let's go to this, go to the board. Let's see what's there in the board. Okay. So backlog. So we have seen this backlog, right? So backlog is actually how many sprints are there. You can create a number of sprints. We have created 2. Board is similar. But the best part of this board is you can drag and drop here and there just like that. Okay. Remember we put it in progress, so that's the reason. If it was not, then it would have been to do. So that's the if it is completed, then it's goes to the done. Okay, so that's the option of board, and you can add your own. Let's say we'll just development. This is interesting because never heard of creating your own thing. So, and I can move this here. Okay, so this is very interesting. I've never seen this thing before. So in progress, I put it in development, and then once it's in development, the feature it gets developed. 9 days are remaining already, and it should be completed. So that's pretty much. If it is testing, then you have to move into the testing, and if it's done, this will be done. So that's pretty much on creating a user story. And since we created this as an agile, it's not much, but I will show you the different project where we can actually this was more for a product owner. If you want more information, go ahead and click on backlog and see what's the information. Here they put this information. Here we are creating web application Geom Online, please view the screenshot for more information. It has to be tested. And there's a comment, please make sure this user story is completed in 2 weeks as it is high priority from business. So that's pretty much about creating a user story. If you have questions, you can go ahead, you can check it out, or you can practice. You have this access, so you can practice. So we have created this project specifically for as a Scrum. Otherwise, this would not have been this way. This is completely different. You have this board kind of thing where you can move your user story from here and there, and so once the development is done, then testing. Okay, so development has their own test cases. Oh, we have to create test cases actually for this. This thing doesn't show how to create test. Here we cannot do this because when I created this is next generation project. Wow, interesting. But this is a completely new thing that you want to try it out, that I never did before. I mean, this is similar. We have done this, but in Jira not specifically. So let's go to project specific. Look pretty quick here and see. No options for this category. Open. Here you go. I can change this icon. So that's what I was looking for, this icon. Since this is a Scrum meeting, what we will put this for me, I will just put as disk. Okay, this is disk, so that I will think this. This will be easy for me for understanding that. You don't have reports. You can. You have to go ahead and click on this reports because reports is important. Okay. And so basically, you will not have access for this. You just. I'm sorry. If you are a tester, you will not have access to this. This is for a business perspective. Okay. This is a business owner perspective. And we have just created a user story, and we have just okay. We'll just go back to. We have just created a user story. That's all. And we have created 2 sprints in Agile, and that's pretty much. So so basically, this class was for creation of the user story. But this is the UDP, right? How interesting that there is no okay, reports just showed up. You can view reports, so just burn out. So we will check back this later, once we do with this. So that's pretty much about creation of user story. Okay, uh, but we'll go to the next class actually. In the next class, I'll try to create an user story which is very different. This is next generation project, it seems. I don't know, it's pretty much new. It's very new, but here when we are using here, this is the basically this is how the projects looks like. And we can create a lot of options. We have a lot of options here, bug improvement, but obviously we didn't see that here, right? If you see and go to the project and roadmap, okay, we don't want roadmap, just go obviously you don't have that option of creating this bug and all those things. You can only create a pick or story, that's all. So this is pretty much limited to only creation of a user story. Okay, so this is so this is for product owners. Whoever is a product owner, it's good to for them. And if you have pages, I'm not sure what pages has to do with this, but you can create pages. I get it. So when we are using Confluence, you can create this meeting notes. You can create product requirements, or what are the requirements, and link it to Confluence. Remember, we have this Confluence attached to it. So okay, so that's pretty much for creation of user stories. So but that doesn't end here. We have traditional projects. This is a next generation project, so that's why we will go here and see traditional projects here, try to create test cases and all those stuff. We'll do that in the next class. So I hope you like this, and of course, if you once you get access, you can keep browsing it and get more information what we are trying to do here. But in the next class we will be addressing a lot of things. We'll be addressing, we will be creating a features, features. We are creating tasks. We'll be creating a bug too. So I hope you you like this video. This I mean this was limited to creation of user story. It was not specific to anything else, because this project is a next generation project. I don't know, they didn't had any options here. Just I don't know, you have this board and you can just move this board area and there, that's it, you're done with the project, it seems. But we wanted to more information, that doesn't help. So we'll go to the next class and see how we can create a feature for that particular user story, or you can create your own user story, right? And we'll see how it can work. So I hope you like this class, and thanks for watching. I hope this thing works.